Welcome to my new sparring martial arts teaching video on Facebook. In this one I'll be teaching all people how to block the front snap and the side kick if somebody tries to use either one if you're sparring against someone in some kind of a martial art tournament. First, starting with the front snap. What you want to do after you bow to your opponent, the referee, you bump gloves, and your fighting stance, let's say like this. What you do, keep both eyes on your opponent. And when you see what they're about to throw at you, the front snap, for example, what you do, wait for them to get close, act like they have you, and then use the low block to block it. Then after you block the front snap, then keep your hands up so you can protect yourself. Kick them in the stomach with your own front snap. Punch to the head, reverse punch to the body, back. Watch again. You bow to the referee, you bow to your instructor. And then when they say Ajime or fight, keep your eyes on your opponent, be ready at all costs. Never take your eyes off your opponent for a second, because if you do, they can take advantage and you can't see what they're doing. And as soon as you see them about to throw a front snap, like I said, keep your eyes on them, act like they have you, play possum. And as soon as you see the front snap, use the low block to reflect it. Then, chamber, front snap, kick them in the stomach, punch them in the head, reverse punch to the body, back. And remember, keep your kicks up at all costs, because you can get points taken off. If you do it more than one time, you can be disqualified. It's cheating. Always keep your kicks above the belt. Never go for the open face either. Keep your hands up at all costs. And again, watch again. After you've bowed to the instructor, you bump gloves, and they say Ajime or fight, stay in your fighting stance. Keep your chest covered so you don't give them over target, because if you keep it up like this, they take advantage, they can strike you. If you keep your arms down, you can't protect yourself from whatever moves, whether it's some kind of a punch or a kick. Always keep your hands up and your chest covered. Keep your hands up so you can protect yourself. Your chest is up covered so that you don't give them an open target. Keep your eyes on them at all costs with your chest covered and your hands up. Act like they have you, and as soon as you see them throw a front snap, say from right there, use a low block to block it with this leg forward. And then, front snap kick to the stomach, punch to the head, reverse punch to the body, and step back. Keep your chest covered at all costs. Keep your hands up so you can protect yourself. Keep your chest out of the way, covered as well, so that you don't give them an open target. I'm going to show you one last time, then we're moving on to the side kick. You bow to the referee, you bump gloves, you step in your fighting stance like this. And when they say Ajime or fight, keep your hands up so you can protect yourself, keep your chest covered so you don't give them an open target. Look to see what they're going to throw at you. If it's a front snap, use a low block, but I always first wait for them to get close. Act like they have you, then use the low block to block the front snap, then use the back foot right here to front snap, kick them in the stomach, punch them in the head, then reverse punch to the body, step back in your fighting stance. With your chest covered and your hands up, chest covered so you don't give them an open target, and your hands up so you can protect yourself from whatever moves they throw, such as a punch or a kick. Now here's how it's going to look in combat speed. Watch. Kia, kia, kia. That's how it'll look in combat speed. Now we're going to move on to the side kick. Just like with the front snap, when you're in a tournament, you first bow to the referee, Bow to your opponent. Bump gloves. Step back in a fighting stance like this. Keep your chest covered at all costs and your hands up so you can protect yourself. Wait to see what moves they're going to throw at you. When you see the side kick, what you do, just act like they have you. As soon as they're coming, turn around, use low block to reflect it. And then after that, you can roundhouse kick them to the side of the head right here. Punch to the head, reverse punch to the body. Back. Watch again. You bow to the referee. You bow to your opponent. You bump gloves. Step back in your fighting stance like this. Keep your chest covered, your hands up at all times, so you can protect yourself with your hands up, chest covered so you don't give your opponent a target to strike. And then keep both your eyes on your opponent so you can see what moves they're going to throw at you, such as a punch or a kick. When you see them throwing the side kick, what you do, pretend they have you. Wait for them to get close, play possum with them. When they're close enough, turn like this. Use a low block to reflect their side kick, and then use the roundhouse to strike the side of the head, punch to the head, reverse punch to the body, step back with your chest covered and both your hands up. Never keep your hands down or your chest open like this, because if you leave your chest open, it makes it easier for them to strike you. And with your hands down, you can't protect yourself from whatever moves they throw at you, such as a punch or a kick. Always keep your hands up to protect yourself and your chest covered so you don't give them an open target. Watch again. You bowed to the referee. You bow to your opponent. You bump gloves. You step back in your fighting stance with your chest covered, your hands up like this. What you do, wait for your opponent to come to you. After they say, Aljamain, fight. Pretend they have you, wait for them to get close. And then when they think they have you, they're about to, let's say, throw a side kick at you. What you do, as soon as you see it, turn like this, use low block to reflect the kick. And then use your back leg to roundhouse kick the side of the head, punch to the head, reverse punch to the body, step back with your chest covered, hands up at all times to protect yourself, and your chest covered so you don't give them an open target. And with your legs like this, chest cupped like this, and both your hands up like this. I'm going to show you one last time, then I'm going to show you how it's going to look in combat speed, then we'll be done. What you do, after you've bowed to the referee, bowed to your opponent, you bump gloves, step back in a fighting stance like this. Keep your upper chest covered, keep both of your hands up at all costs. Keep both your eyes on your opponent so you can see what moves they're going to throw at you, such as a punch or a kick. But never ever take your eyes off them. Because if you do, you can't see what they're doing, they'll take advantage of it. Always keep your eyes on them so you can see what they're going to do. Then what you do, pretend they have you. Turn like this if it's a side kick. When you see them throw the side kick, they're coming close, use the low block to reflect it. And then keep your hands up. Use a back foot to roundhouse kick the side of the head, punch to the head, reverse punch to the body, and you step back in your fighting stance like this. And they'll call a point. Remember to keep your hands up, keep your eyes on your opponent, keep your chest covered at all costs. Your chest is covered so you can't give them an open target. Hands up to protect yourself, keep your eyes on them at all costs so you can see what moves they might or will throw at you, such as a punch, a kick, or some kind. Now here's how it's going to look in combat speed. Watch. Kia, 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 kia. That's how it's going to look in combat speed. Thank you for watching my new sparring martial arts teaching video on Facebook. Next Monday on Facebook, I will be doing another sparring teaching video on why it's important to keep your upper chest covered and why it's important to keep your hands up when sparring against an opponent. This Wednesday for YouTube, I'll be doing a weight bar bodybuilding teaching video on how to do the bench press on the ground and the side to side on the ground. Be ready for those videos till then. Till then, I'll see you next time, and may God be with all children always.